Here's a rewritten and refined version of the article. Ukrainian forces strike Kyiv bridge, weakening Russian supply lines. This weekend has been particularly challenging for Ukraine, especially in the eastern regions, where its military has been under immense pressure. However, in the Kherson region, Ukrainian forces have achieved a significant strategic success. A critical bridge, essential for Russian logistics and supply chains, was destroyed over the weekend. Ukraine had attempted to disable this bridge multiple times before, but this time, the strike proved highly effective. The damage appears extensive, making it unlikely that Russian forces will be able to establish a temporary replacement anytime soon. As a result, Russian troops in the area are now effectively cut off, significantly complicating their ability to receive reinforcements and supplies. This achievement provides a much-needed morale boost for Ukrainian forces, demonstrating their capability to disrupt Russian operations despite recent setbacks. With US intelligence support restored and Western military aid, including British and American precision missiles, playing a role in such strikes, Ukraine may regain momentum in other contested areas. Psychological and strategic impact. Beyond its direct military implications, the destruction of the bridge is a psychological victory. In warfare, perception is as crucial as physical gains, and this strike showcases Ukraine's ability to strike deep into Russian-held territory. The bridge was not only a vital supply route but also a symbol of Russian logistical strength. Its destruction weakens Moscow's hold on the region and reassures Ukrainians that their military remains capable of meaningful advances. While Ukrainian forces have recently struggled in the Kherson region, where Russian troops have reclaimed territory, this success demonstrates their ability to inflict strategic losses on the enemy. Reports indicate that Russian forces have been massing for potential offensives in Sumy and Donetsk, applying heavy pressure on Ukrainian defenders. In some areas, Ukrainian troops have faced intense attacks, including alleged use of chemical weapons by Russian forces. Given these challenges, the bridge strike is a crucial countermeasure that could slow down Russian advances. Disrupting Russian supply chains. A fundamental principle of warfare is targeting an enemy's supply lines, including roads, railways, and logistical hubs. Disrupting these routes can cripple an army's ability to sustain its operations. The bridge in Kherson was one of many key logistical arteries for Russian forces, and its destruction makes troop movements and resupply efforts significantly more difficult. Russia relies heavily on consistent ammunition and troop reinforcements. If these supply lines are severed, the Russian offensive will weaken over time. The ongoing Ukrainian strategy of targeting ammunition depots, such as those in Crimea, forces Russia to move its stockpiles farther from the front lines, making them more vulnerable to further strikes. The importance of Western support. Ukraine's success in these operations is closely tied to Western military assistance, particularly long-range precision weapons such as the American ATACMS and HIMARS missiles, as well as the British Storm Shadow cruise missiles. However, reports suggest that some of these weapon systems are in limited supply, highlighting the urgent need for continued support from Ukraine's allies. For weeks, Ukraine faced difficulties due to a temporary loss of US intelligence support, which provides crucial coordinates for precision strikes. Now that this intelligence sharing has resumed, Ukraine is better positioned to execute operations like the bridge strike, significantly impacting Russia's ability to sustain its war effort. A war of attrition at its core, this conflict remains a war of attrition, reminiscent of World War I, where success depends on which side can maintain a steady flow of troops, ammunition, and resources. Russia, with its seemingly endless supply of conscripts, including reportedly North Korean fighters, has managed to sustain its offensives. However, by systematically disrupting supply lines, Ukraine hopes to erode Russia's operational strength. The ability to destroy critical infrastructure like bridges and ammunition depots is a time-tested strategy in warfare. As Ukraine continues to employ these tactics effectively, its chances of countering Russian advances and regaining lost ground improve. The next phase of the war will likely depend on how well Ukraine can leverage Western support, maintain its supply chains, and continue striking at Russia's logistical weak points.